back with a brand new video. I was wanting to do a video on the legendary Vince Scully, but I feel like I should get as I came out first. Warner Brothers is gonna Warner Brothers. I feel so bad for everyone else in the DC fan base because it's just been very, very hard. DC should be competing with Marvel right now, but they went way too fast. And like Icarus, they got too close to the sun and they burned up. The DCU has no direction. We have no idea what they're going to try to do. And now to make it even worse, they make this new announcement. According to Deadline, New York Post, and various other outlets, despite the movie basically being finished in the very, very final stages of post-production, the Batgirl movie, starring Leslie Grace, J.K. Simmons, Brendan Fraser, and Michael Keaton, has been shelved and canceled by Warner Brothers. It was filmed, it was directed, it was already written, it was fully edited, just a tiny little few effect shots had to be done, and they canceled it before it could even release. They spent $50 million on this at first, went up to $70 million, and they canceled it. They outright canceled the whole entire movie. No one will be able to get a chance to see this movie. The directors won't, the actors won't, the producers won't, the fans won't. No one will be able to get a chance to, because Warner Brothers absolutely just canceled the whole movie before anyone could see it. Then on top of that, they didn't just cancel this, they also canceled the Scoob prequel. Remember Scoob, the Scooby-Doo movie that had Captain Caveman and, Dynamite in it? That went straight to VOD. That got canceled too, and that movie was basically finished as well. It was supposed to get released this December. And Warner Brothers canceled that as well. They spent $40 million on that. And to make things even worse, there were 6 exclusive movies like Charm City Kings and American Pickle, and 4 other movies that were exclusive to HBO Max that were just quietly removed from the service. Why? What is Warner Brothers doing? I understand that AT&T sold them to Discovery, and there's now leadership changes. David Zaslav's in charge. But to cancel a movie that was basically finished, was it really that bad that you couldn't show it to the public? I don't think so, because you said it had nothing to do with Leslie Grace's performance or any of the other actors. A lot of people really wanted to see Brendan Fraser as Firefly. A lot of people really wanted to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. After they moved back the Flash movie, a lot of people were wondering if this movie would get pushed back as well. And after we've heard nothing about it, we were all curious. And the answer is, even though it was basically finished, they decided to outright cancel it. So no one will get a chance to see it. Because of money reasons. All because Warner Brothers is in over their heads. And they think it's more cost effective to do this as opposed to outright release the film. Because they don't want to pay extra money for marketing costs. So they're still going to pay off, Grace and Fraser and everyone else involved with the production, but no one's going to get a chance to see it. Why? Why not might as well just quietly release it on HBO Max? Why can't you just do that? Seriously. Batgirl's a character that's been around for decades. People have been wanting to see this character on the big screen for a very, very, very long time. Brendan Fraser, a lot of people want to see a renaissance, if you will. We can't see him. We want to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. You're not doing that. So you're going to cancel all these plans. You're going to absolutely just shake over the old DCEU because you want to only use DC as just tentpole features and nothing else. Really. While Disney's making Marvel have so many movies released per year. Loads of TV shows, and they're all huge events, and they all do extremely well. But DC can't even do something like this where they release a film or two on HBO Max. Why not? Marvel's doing just fine. Why does DC have to be like this? Why is DC having so many constant leadership changes? Sony, you don't want to hurt the legacy of Batgirl? Sony doesn't care. They released Morbius, considered the worst superhero film since the Fantastic Four in 2015, and decided to release in theaters not once but twice due to the memes. Yeah, when Sony can re-release Morbius, one of the worst superhero films ever made, or at least the last 20 years, They can easily release that in theaters again. Why can't Warner Brothers just put Batgirl on HBO Max? So many people want to see this movie. People want to see this movie for a very long time. And you don't want to even do that? You're so concerned about your whole money? Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable with this company. I have no idea. I don't get their understanding. I don't get their thought process. I understand they want to think of theatrical releases, but it's not going in that direction, guys. Have you been seeing theaters? They're not doing as great. Animated movies in particular, the only movie that's really done well at the box office has been Minions 2. And a big reason why is because of the memes and because Illumination knows how to get the profits at the box office. Why? What are you doing? Just what are you doing? DC fans are in disarray, and you can't blame them. After San Diego Comic-Con, so many people thought we were going to get Henry Cavill showing off as Superman again, and they show no, he's not going to do that. A lot of people were wondering if Black Adam is going to face against Shazam, despite him being his main arch nemesis, and they don't do that either. They're not going to have them face against each other. Why? Why is that the case? What's the point of having a Black Adam movie if he's not going to face up against Shazam in your universe? Why? You've been trying to make a Black Adam movie for the last 20 years, and you're never going to have that? You're not going to show us anything from Green Lantern? You're going to cancel that project? I mean, the one in 2010 with Ryan Reynolds was terrible. You're not even going to show us more of that? You're not? And what's going to happen with all these other DC products? I mean, you're letting Shazam 2 have to die by having it come the week after, right the week after Avatar 2. Do you want to not see it and you want to make it miserable on everyone working there? Aquaman 2. I mean, Ben Affleck's apparently going to be there, so what's going on there? Are you going to recast Amber Heard as Mera? And then on top of that, what about The Flash? We all know Ezra Miller has been going through so many issues with kidnapping and abusing and getting arrested and everything in Hawaii. Are you going to cancel that movie too? Because that's a movie you sunk over $200 million to, and you're going to cancel it all over because one guy, your lead star, is having an issue? Is it really worth burning and hurting and letting the producers, directors, writers, etc. suffer as a result of one individual? And what about the Blue Beetle movie you have in the pipeline? That suit looks incredible. Are you going to cancel that now? The Black Canary movie, are you going to cancel that as well? All because you want them to be just to be big tentpole movies? What's going on with the Batman 2? What's going on with that? You've heard nothing. What about the Joker 2? You're going to cancel that as well? It has the same has the same budget as Batgirl. But you're not going to have... I mean, the Joker first movie was amazing. And it made over $1 billion. And I understand why. But sure, you don't want to let Batgirl have a bit of a chance to shine? Why not release it in theaters then? Why not just have it released in theaters? Why put it on HBO Max then? If you care so much about theaters, why not just put it over there? It's going to blow up in your face. You're going to end up losing more money than you're gaining. Because, Disney understood this. That's why they put a lot of their Searchlight films on Hulu, and as well as their 20th Century Studio films on Hulu. Because they know that a lot of those more moderate movies, these moderate, low-budget movies, are not going to do well in theaters. That's why they're putting them on streaming. A more grounded Batgirl, why can't that go to HBO Max? It's going to generate more money for you, the company. Are you going to try to merge it with Discovery Plus? What's your plan, Warner Brothers? Because I have no idea what you're trying to do. Because all you're doing is making people not want to work for you because you're doing a damn good job at that. Because why would you want to work for Warner Brothers? I mean, people have to be scared because they feel like their project could get killed by this company. Why would you want to work for a live action division if they're willing to cancel a movie that was basically finished? What could that mean for movies that haven't even been, in pre-production yet? I mean, they canceled the Wonder Twins movie just before they were in production. Like they've canceled so much. It just feels horrible being a DC fan. Well, Marvel's running. Warner Brothers, what are you doing? Just what are you doing, Warner Brothers? I hope you're playing 4D chess with us. I hope you have a big plan of what you want to do. Because right now, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Right now, I do not like what I'm seeing. Leslie Grace does not deserve this. The directors do not deserve this. Brendan Fraser does not deserve this. Everyone working on that movie does not deserve that. Because they worked their tail off to make sure that movie was successful, and you made it horrible for them. It's gonna be like a Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie all over again. A movie that was basically finished but shelved at the last second. Unbelievable. Marvel's doing great, but DC doesn't even know what they're doing. They should be competing with Marvel, but they're not. Plain and simple. Even though it's a business decision, at the same time, you got to do what's best for the people involved in your production. And I don't think you're going to get as many friends after this. Like, if you're trying to clean house, I don't think this is the best way of going about it. I really don't. And I don't have any sympathy for you. If it ends up being unsuccessful, I'm not going to be shocked. I'm not. Because it's just horrible being a DC fan. Because they deserve to have a lot more projects. And the fact that we're going to lose the CW because you cancel The Flash. I mean, granted, they weren't given them much of a budget to begin with, but still. Marvel's getting all these projects, but DC can't even do it. It's just a shame. But I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. I've said my piece. What do you think? Do you think it's the right decision? Do you think it's the wrong decision? What do you think? I want to know your comments in the selection down below. Let me know what you guys think. But as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.